Hello everybody, it's Kim. Today I'm thinking about what I need to use up for dinner. I have a half a pack, about a half a pound of ground beef. This is getting pretty old, so I think I'm going to find a way to use that up. I have some of my salsa, the beans, and the tomatoes are a couple years past their expiration date. Plenty of tomatoes, so I have an idea in mind. Alright, seeing the beans, you may have guessed, this actually has a pretty decent sized chunk of meat that I don't want to not use. And nobody's eaten this, and I've had it for like a year and a half. So I'm going to chop this stuff up and peel my tomatoes. In my Instant Pot over here, I have that ground beef, that little bit. And I'm just going to saute that up once it gets going. And I think I'm just going to make some kind of a chili tonight. Just a simple, that's what I like about chili. I can use up bits and pieces. I could make a soup of some kind. If I had other beans, I could make like a taco soup. But I like chili. It's nice and cool here now. It's about 60 degrees. And I think tonight would be a good night to have some chili. So I'm going to throw all of this stuff. Like I said, I'm going to peel those, chop them up. I save some for the end. That way I get that fresh tomato taste. I'm going to use up the rest of my salsa that I have here. I'm going to chop up that completes, and who cares if there's a few vegetables in it. With chili, you could put just about everything. And then my diced tomatoes and those kidney beans. Of course, some chili powder and a few spices and herbs. I'm going to look in my refrigerator, see if there's anything else that needs to get used up. So it's going to be kind of a chili, vegetable chili something. Okay, I found a small piece of onion I'm going to chop up and saute with the ground beef. Otherwise, I really don't have much as far as fresh vegetables go. Freezer, I have some of those peppers. So I'm going to throw some of those in there to saute up as well. Okay, I chopped up that little completes roast meal and dumped it in there. You could see that the meat has been sauteed, the onions and the peppers. So now I'm just going to dump in that can of tomatoes I need to use up. And because it's not hot, I do like to take and crush some of these when they're larger with my hands. You could probably chop them up. I just find this more convenient. Of course, I wash my hands before I cook. The boys, I like larger chunks, but the guys don't. So I kind of make it in between. That's why I crush them instead of put them like in a food processor, because then it's more like a tomato sauce and not like a chili. To me, chili is chunky, right? At least some people, I think so. I mean, if I wanted it on a hot dog, maybe not. Oh, that reminds me. We had hot dogs for dinner last night, and there's some left over, so we might be able to have chili dogs tomorrow. If there's any chili left, which there should be. The reason I had that half pound of ground beef was I made spaghetti 2 nights ago for dinner. We had hot dogs last night. And I didn't need the whole pound in this pasta sauce because I had found some of my hen of the woods mushrooms, or maitakes, are also known as maitake mushrooms. The other reason I use my hands is, see, I don't like those hard cores. I could take them out. All right, so now I'm going to dump in my rinsed and drained beans. And then I need that colander. I'm going to take a few of the seeds out of the tomatoes I did. They have a lot of seeds before I put those in here and start adding my seasonings. This is why I wanted to get some of the seeds out. There was a lot in that because they were a lot of small cherry tomatoes. And it's called 4th of July. They make small tomatoes and they've got a lot of seeds. But now all I need to do is add the seasonings. And doesn't that look good already? My seasonings are going to be pretty simple. I have black pepper, a little bit of crushed red pepper, and chili powder. I think I ran out of my ground cumin, which I would like to put in there. But, you know, this whole idea is to use something you have around the house. Dig through your pantry, look in your freezer, use up something to make a meal that I didn't have to go to the store right now to pick up. You know, I had the beans here. I could have made pinto beans or any kind of beans. I had a can of tomatoes that needed to get used up. I had the fresh tomatoes and then some spices. And it's easy to throw a meal together that way. All right, so I have my pepper, black pepper, my pepper flakes, my chili powder. I'm going to mix that in. Now, I don't put a lot of chili powder to start with because my brother does not like it very chili, strong forward, I guess, if you want to call it that. So I'm going to let this simmer for a while. I have it in my Instant Pot still, and this is good one pot meal. I don't have to clean up another couple pots. I'm going to let it simmer on low in the crock pot function for about 4 hours because I really want those flavors to come together. Then I will taste it for more chili powder. I did add a little bit of salt because the tomatoes were salted, but I did add, I forgot to tell you, I had salt in there as well. I'll taste it for seasonings as it gets cooked a little bit more together. And I think I'm either going to turn it into a chili mac. Most likely I'll just make some rice because I don't have any crackers in the house, but I have plenty of rice, and that will round out this meal for dinner tonight. All right, my friends, I wanted to show you my chili. Yes, I made a huge bowl of rice because I'm going to use that for some fried rice. I have a couple of really tiny pork chops, so I think I'm going to make some pork fried rice one day. And I love, if you guys go to the Dollar Tree, they have these little packages of crackers. There's 9 packages in a box for $1.25. So I buy those because, you know, I'm on Weight Watchers and they're only 3 points. So I can enjoy some crackers in my chili. And they're cheesy, and I love cheesy crackers in chili. So I think that'll go really good for dinner tonight. So not too bad for using up a few things that needed to get used up, and that little half pound of hamburger I had in the refrigerator. And now I probably have enough for tonight and a good lunch or two the next couple of days. So let me know what you think of this video, you guys. How do you make your chili? I'd be really curious to know. And have a wonderful night.